Hey all, today I'm going to show you how to fix the problem with a recessed light switch where it's too far back there. So if I had it screwed in all the way, it's too far back, it's not lined up with the front here, so it makes it look kind of silly. So you pull the two screws out and what you want to do, find out how far back from the sheetrock the box is, and then just get a spacer. What I'm going to do today is what I found to be really simple. So unscrew your box, unscrew your switch, whatever switch it is, whether it's this, a regular wall outlet, you know, such as that, or a switch such as that. If it's recessed a little bit, just unscrew it, measure from here to the sheetrock out how far that is, and then I'm going to show you here. This oscillating tool here. Just going to go ahead and take this, and then with the shims, I'm going to go ahead and just cut the shim to length, and that'll cut a shim to length of however big we needed it there, and then we'll put that in there and screw it back in there, and it'll fix the problem. So screwing this in here real quick. So take a shim, I'll just cut it with this oscillating tool here because then it won't crack it and destroy it while I'm cutting it probably. And then so excuse me. So just gonna measure. The reason the shim I think works really well, you can buy things for this, but if you don't want to go to the store and you happen to have some shims around, which a lot of people do, so just measure from the side here out how far that's going to be. So looks like about 1/4 of an inch, so right about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to take the shim, look at the shim here, right? So take a shim and check it about, so at its widest there, it's a little bit wider. So you can take a shim and like a pen or a pencil, whatever you want to mark it with. And so I just want 1/4 of an inch, right? So put my tape measure here. And I just want 1/4. So as I measure here, let's see, just go down the shim length here till you get to about 1/4. Okay, and then just mark it right there where you had it. Let's see. Trying to do this in front of a camera is proven to be a bit of a challenge here. So let's see. So about 1/4. Still looking. So I'm going to say right about here is 1/4. Okay. Mark it with my thumb. Mark it with a pen right here. Well, the pen will write. Okay, it does. Okay. So then you don't need a whole lot here. Just a little bit, but you need to cut across and then cut down about, oh, I don't know, about so far. And that'll give you, you know, a piece that's, you know, you got cut all the way across it. So I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, I don't have all my tools out here, but this doesn't have to be super precise, but I'm just going to kind of sketch a line across here and try and follow that okay. If I had my little square thing, that would have been helpful. But I don't, so. Okay, so I'm gonna just cut this out right here. And then I'll show you what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna use this tool right here to cut it out because it probably won't break the wood up when it cuts it. So I'm gonna use that real quick to cut it out, and I'll be right back. Hey y'all, so we're back. So just cut out the piece there, and then I cut it in half. So what I'm gonna do is take the screws, okay, put it back into the wall partially here. Okie doke. Alright. Then what I'm gonna do is tighten it. I'm gonna try and like hold it in place while I tighten it down here. So the idea is, let's see here. I want it to be on the plastic back there. And tighten this down on it. Let's see here. Like a the lower one's going to be harder than the top one, I'm thinking, because the top one I can just kind of get it and then rest it there. But this one, let's see. Hold on. We might have another little problem here. Because when I screw it, at least with this type, these screws are going to be, I don't want them to go into the wood. So, you know, I might have to do 2 of these. 2 on the bottom, 1 on either side of that screw hole, so that I don't eek. So I am going to tighten this down and try and, at least on the bottom, and I'm going to try and put those pieces on either side there while I tighten it down. You know, if I just, I'm thinking here, I could just lay these on there. If you see how the sheetrock is, if the sheetrock had a little spacer there, I could just lay that right on there and then not have to. Let's see here. Got a paint stick here. If I could just put that there and have those sitting on top of it while I tighten it. And then I think this one might be the only one you'd really have to worry about, because the other ones, they attach in the middle. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I don't think you're gonna have to worry about this. So I'm just gonna show you this here, hopefully. So I have a paint stick here, and you could probably use something else. But I'm going to try and just put this here and have it, I don't know if it's going to work or not. It's leaning out. Dadgum. We're going to be right back, folks. We'll be back. All right, we're back, folks. So, got some cardboard here. I just folded it and put it under there like that. So I'm hoping I can then just put my pieces of wood right up on there after I screw this in a little bit. So once again, screw this in a little bit. Screw the bottom in. Ding, ding, ding. Then I'm just going to screw the bottom in a little bit more, because I just need to put these shims in here. see. When I start screwing this in, I'm hoping that the shims will go against the plastic here. As it's tightening, it looks like they're lining up there kind of. So excuse me. Okay. One side was working pretty good. Okay. Let's keep tightening this down here. All right. So, looks like it's worked out pretty good there. So that's the bottom one. And I'll do the, so it's, I'm going to check if this is good enough here. So the bottom, once I get this screwed in here, the bottom I think will be, undo this. Oh my goodness, what the heck just happened? Okay. Alright, so if I unscrew this here, this little bottom screw is out a bit. I'll just unscrew both of them, top and bottom here. Okay, so looking at this with the plate here, and once I screw that on there, yeah, that's about perfect. So I'm just going to get those pieces in there, and they're holding up against that nicely. The cardboard spacer helped hold them there, and then I'm just going to do the same thing here. I'm going to, this is kind of tight against that, so all I'm going to do is cut out a couple more spacers, put them behind it, and it'll kind of hold itself against it, and be right back, because it should be easier with one side done. So that's looking pretty good so far. We'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I got a couple more spaces I just cut out from my shims there. So I'm just going to hold this, pull back on that a little bit, since it's already a little bit tight against it. Line up my shim. Do the same over here, just pull it over a little bit. Get my shim in there. Don't want the other one to fall when I'm doing this. I don't think it's going to. Alright, let's see. I'm on there, little fella. Okay, there we go. So, got that lined up pretty good. I'm just gonna lift this left one up a hair with my knife here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna screw it in and tighten it down. I think that'll be all that there is to it. Once you get the bottom one in, it kind of puts tension over here. Then when you're screwing it in, just make sure that you don't let it get off center from how you want it, straight up and down or whatever. So like that, and then just tighten it down, tighten the bottom on, tighten the top, and then that's about it. You see, let's recess just a hair. I wonder if I should, if that's good enough for me, or if I should have measured a little bit more. Well, let's put the screws in here and see. Maybe this will suck it closer to the wall once I put the screws in there. So let's see real quick here. It's right there. We should find out here shortly. Okay, that one's in. I haven't tightened it down yet, so we're gonna see if it's gonna get to where I want it. These are those unbreakable ones. So actually, as I'm tightening this down, I think that's about perfect actually. I kind of like the screws up and down myself. Actually, that worked out about perfect. You can see it's nice. I like it sticking up even just a hair. I can show you that. Even just a hair past this, I like it sticking out. So I think it turned out really well. It's in there pretty solid, it's not moving. So there you go. That's how to shim like a recessed lighting with just some shims, and measuring, you know, and just cutting it out with a little reciprocating, not reciprocating, a little oscillating multi-function tool there. Cut it out, cut the shims out real quick, and yeah, it looks really nice, way better than it did before. So, and these are the nylon, like unbreakable outlet covers, which I really like. You want to get these, I think, if you're doing it, because there's nothing more frustrating than like screwing it in and then having it cracking. So I totally recommend these unbreakable nylon wall plates. They're a little bit more expensive, but when you're screwing them in, they're not going to break. So there, that's how you fix the recessed outlet there, folks. Thanks for watching. Hope that helped, and have a great day out there.